Yeah. Have y'all ever seen the show Bridgerton?
No, but it's in my suggestions though.
Oh my God. Like I literally was telling people, if anybody's who's watching or listening have seen Bridgerton, Abiriba is like the African version of Bridgerton because in that show, Bridgerton, literally, Bridgerton is this small community of people. Everyone knows everyone. They know whose family who is who, and they're kind of like getting like the young people ready to be what like married.
What?
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
because it's like all they talk about is marriage. And I literally feel like Abiriba is the African version of that because it's like, oh, like you want to make sure when you go out, you find a good husband or make, I feel like it's a lot of that going on. So it reminds me of that show, just like the
You know
African.
how many dads been offering their daughters to me?
Oh,
What's it called? Because the 6 months I was living there,
Oh,
plus this last month in December, it was like all these dudes. So this is my daughter. And I was like, okay, congratulations. Like, what are you talking about? But
right.
yeah, they definitely have heavy on the family, heavy on marriage, you know.
Heavy, heavy.
oh, speaking of marriage, it's also very suggested that you marry within the community. They really be pressing you like, you have to marry an Abiriba man. But it's a choice. But the best choice is Abiriba man. And I'm like, hey. So yeah, that's actually very encouraged to, meet somebody within the community, have the two families come together, be a power couple in the community or whatever. I don't know what they trying to do, but
Well, when I first got there, well, not the very first time, like when I was young, but as an adult, and that was being said, I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to do that. But now I really
Yeah.
see the value in doing that, and I've come to really appreciate that they do that because traditionally, when a woman marries a man, traditionally, like she would leave and go off to wherever he's from. So if an Abiriba woman marries an Abiriba man, she is more likely to stay within the community and not leave. So one of our relatives explained that to me, and when I like really thought about that, I was like, wow, like that actually makes a lot of sense because when the woman leaves and the whole family leaves, even the kids are less likely to come back
yeah.
if the man is not from Abiba. So I really thought that was very interesting, and I see the significance of why that is important.
So the question is now, will you be marrying from Abiriba?
Wait, is
I
the
would be
question for
I honestly,
Tanita or is it for
I know,
everybody?
that's for Tanita.
oh, for me? No, y'all all better answer it. If not, we cutting this out.
Well, we're
I
first
mean,
season one.
Would I be willing to marry from Abriba? I'm an open person. Let's just say that.
Mm-hmm.
uh, for me personally, I feel like there isn't really any other options. To me, I mean, I don't know.
I feel like it's
I
easier on
just feel,
you as a man because whoever your wife is gonna come to Abriba. Like
Yeah.
you're not
yeah, yeah.
together.
I mean, but I'm gonna still marry out of there
Right for the
regardless, because,
yeah.
yeah, because I'm already like I'm not even fully like
In
in the deep end in the culture. So if I marry, uh, well, first of all, it's only black over here,
it.
so get that out the way. But if I marry like an African American woman, I'm gonna be teaching her the little bit I know about my culture. But like, I don't even speak the language. I want my kids to speak the language. I want, you know what I mean. So to me, it's
Mhm.
like I don't feel like it's any other real option. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's a yes for me.
I love it. Anna.
Anna.
I'm tired stuff. But I'm still working through myself. I have time. It's Abra Men is very interesting because on one hand,
yes, like you said, Oba, you want to continue with your traditions and carry your lineage, but also being realistic. Who's around? Who's at this level? Like being realistic when it comes to talking with other Abiriba men who are eligible. Emphasis on the
It's
eligible
the eligibility. Yeah.
Oh,
criteria. And yeah, but I will say this past trip and like us continuing to choose to go back has given me better perspective on the type of life partner that I'm
I
seeking.
mean, they don't gotta be locals living there every day. They gotta shacks
That's not
that
what
sell
I'm saying.
gasoline.
No,
But
that's
Not
not what I'm
saying that
saying.
there's
you
anything
know,
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
that's how I took it. I don't know. That's how I took it.
That's not how it is. And I think, okay, we could already get into this conversation because well, let's be real. Like this is my grudge that I have with it is y'all want me to marry from Abiriba as your first daughter. Okay, great. But again, knowing me and who I am and what I like, you can't just throw any old
yeah.
Joe at me, you know?
it.
So, but then also the debate is because I've been talking to a lot of guys who are like local guys as friends, and they're like, "Oh, you American girls, like we can't talk to y'all. Y'all feel like that." And I'm like, it's not East Coast versus West Coast. It's not us versus them. It's just why can't we all just get along? Like I
Yeah.
think that
I think a lot of I mean, not to say a lot of them or whatever, they may see us as like high maintenance a little bit, but I think it's just we live a different life.
I
not
mean,
even really to me. I think it's just like there's so much that one group would say about the other, and it's like just talk.
Yeah.
And I'm saying for us,
I don't think it's
what I've seen, we kind of broke the mold, I guess, just by being ourselves. But there's a lot of preconceived notions on both ends, whether you're diaspora or you're there in Nigeria.
okay. I don't think it's necessarily high maintenance. I think it's because since okay, just how you talked about the different amenities that weren't readily available to you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's if that's the standard here. Over there, that's just a higher bar. So it seems like, oh, she gonna want more from me. I'm gonna have to be a real estate mogul, or I'm gonna have to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to be successful out there, that's a whole different level of,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But out here, it's easier to be successful. So I don't know how to explain
But
it.
my point is, come correct. Don't, oh, baby, please, baby, me. Like, just be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like there's been a lot from just me peeping what other people be saying to other people. Some of them be extra. Like just like you said, be yourself. Oh my God.
Oh, I
You did
love
a
you
right
so
quote,
much.
and you just said it 2 seconds ago. But you
Right.
know what? I will say, I mean, I don't know if I can even say like, oh, you know, that just means they have a loving nature because I don't know what that is.
Hmm.
I don't know how to categorize that. Because
Oh,
you can either be flattered by it or it could just be off-putting.
yeah.
It just depends on who it's coming from. Because some people are really genuine.
But even, I mean, I
I'm
because
trying not to
I
give
listen.
specific examples, but just let's just say I've been hollering at the floor at some of the things that I have seen.
No, so like I see how like Nigerian or everybody dudes like approach women. It's too overbearing. Like it's like they just you going too far. Like they already planning the wedding off the first eyesight. Like come on, bro.
Yeah.
First,
Also talk about like on the flip side, like how sometimes some instances were just like, I wish this dude would just say what like just appreciate me or just like, you know. So it's like you can't win for losing. Like because
Yeah.
I like dating in America is people that wait. I was about to say the N-word. It's people
What?
for years.
Tell me how you really feel.
Is it like, are we getting married or not? Like, are we?
Yeah. I
What
will say, yeah, I feel like I get what you're saying. I like the energy, but it's like, calm down. Like, not in the first
not
week.
off the first, not off the first
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, because like you said, a lot of men in the US, they try to act so emotionally unavailable because they think that it's cool. And it's really just like, bro, what do you want from me? I don't have time for this. Like, I literally do not have time.
The combo. I said that could be a whole nother episode, a whole nother combo, like comparing and contrast dating.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting conversation.
Right.
Well, I don't even think it's just the men out there. Like, I mean, from my perspective, you know,
Yeah, what's
the
it
females, they be doing the same thing. They like, I don't know. I just feel like out there, it's more common to just put everything on the table. I don't know, because
Yeah.
out there, well, like different women that will approach me, they'll be like, "Oh, you're so cute." Da, da, da. Like, it's not that American women don't say that, but it's like they, I don't know. It just seems like out there they're just more open with just being vulnerable, or I don't know how to explain it. Like, just
But it's like that's the part that confuses me, because I don't know if it's genuine or not, or like you want,
or if they just say that to everybody.
or you just say that because I'm an American woman. Not to, I don't, yes, you know, like
you get the green card.
Drive with everybody like this, because if not, why are you single?
And here's another added layer, because in Abiriba, people know like your family, they know your last name. So find out you're the first daughter or whatever your status is or whatever, they're like, they make it their life mission.
They circle it on their calendar. Jada landed. Jada landed.
Oh my God.
I remember someone said to me like, oh, everybody wants to be Obasi's in-law, but they're afraid of your dad. I'm like, okay, thanks for that. Like, so it's kind of like when you are interacting with people, you're like, do you really like me for me, or you're just saying sweet nothings, or you just want to be in on the bomb family? Like, what is it? Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So all of the above.
Yeah.